Hello, dear students. Welcome back to our news channel. Today we have controversy over Mumbai's salt bans. Why do these lands matter? Right. First of all, what are salt pans? Salt pans क्या होते हैं, students? These are flat lands which are covered with salt, typically found in the coastal areas. Coastal areas जैसे India. This is the Indian peninsula. So India is surrounded by water on three sides, right? तो coastal region में usually found होते हैं salt pans और arid region में arid जैसे राजस्थान is considered as arid region, right? So salt pans are flat lands that are covered with salt. Okay, ऐसे flat land, those those which are covered with salt, and these lands have a high salt concentration in the soil. So if they have high concentration, this makes them unsuitable for most vegetation in agriculture, right? So salt pans are typically used for salt production. So नाम से ही पता चल रहा है salt pan. They are mainly used for salt production, and this involves channeling seawater into shallow ponds and allowing the water to evaporate. क्या करते हैं ये कि जो कोस्टल जो पानी है, कोस्टल रीजन का जो सी का वाटर है, उसको ये चैनल बना के एक शैलो पॉन्ड में कलेक्ट करते हैं, एंड देन this water is allowed to evaporate, so the substance that is left behind is salt crystal. Okay, so salt pan basically it is used for salt production. Here you can also see in the news they comprise parcels of low-lying lands where sea water flows in at certain times and leaves behind salt. पीछे क्या छोड़ जाते हैं? Salt और other minerals, है ना? तो मुंबई का जो salt pan है वो भी इसी के लिए यूज होता है. And salt pans are important. They are considered as sensitive. Why? What is the reason? See, here you can see salt pans are situated in low-lying areas and water received during heavy rain gets accumulated here. तो बहुत सारे जो एक तो एनवायरनमेंट के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो बहुत ज्यादा इसका इकोलॉजिकल इंपॉर्टेंस है, क्योंकि इट प्रोवाइड्स हैबिtat फॉर स्पीशीज ऑफ बर्ड्स, right? And they also host specialized plants and animals that are adapted to high salinity. ऐसा नहीं है कि एग्रीकल्चर के लिए सूटेबल नहीं है तो वहां पे प्लांट ही नहीं होता है. कुछ ऐसे प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स होते हैं जो अडेप्ट कर लेते हैं ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट पे, तो वहां पर वो पाए जाते हैं. And we have seen that human activities such as urbanization, industrialization, and unsustainable salt extraction can harm these delicate ecosystem. तो इसी के बारे में हम इस आर्टिकल में समझेंगे. अब न्यूज क्या है? न्यूज ये है कि मुंबई के जो सॉल्ट पैन है उसको एक कंपनी है धारावी रीडेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, इसको ट्रांसफर कर दिया गया है. 256 एकर्स ऑफ लैंड सॉल्ट पैन की है, वो धारावी रीडेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट को ट्रांसफर कर दिया है. नाउ दिस initiative has sparked significant criticism. Why? What is the issue? Say Mumbai salt pans, especially in the areas of Wadala. देखो ये वडाला एरिया का जो सॉल्ट पैन है, these are vast flat lands where seawater evaporates to leave behind what? Salt, right? And these lands are not only economically significant due to salt production, but also environmentally crucial. एनवायरमेंटल के हिसाब से देखें तो ये बहुत ज्यादा क्रूशियल है. वाई? व्हाट इज द रीजन? क्योंकि आपको मैंने बताया था कि अगर ज्योग्राफिकली देखें तो सॉल्ट पैन में कैसे होता है, सी वाटर को चैनल करके एक पॉन्ड में कलेक्ट किया जाता है. नाउ व्हाई दे आर सिग्निफिकेंट? बिकॉज दे एक्ट एज नेचुरल फ्लड बफर्स ड्यूरिंग द मॉनसून सीजन. मॉनसून सीजन में आपको पता है बहुत बारिश होती है, अभी मॉनसून सीजन में आपने देखा होगा कितनी सारी जगह पे फ्लड लाइक कंडीशन डेवलप हो गई है. So these salt pans, they act as natural flood buffers. How? By because they store excess of rainwater in them. जितना भी एक्सेस ऑफ जितना भी एक्सेस ऑफ रेन वाटर हुआ है, सी में कलेक्ट हुआ है, उसको ये सॉल्ट पैन एब्जॉर्ब कर लेते हैं, अपने पास कलेक्ट करके रख लेते हैं. इससे क्या होता है कि एक फ्लड लाइक कंडीशन के अगेंस्ट नेचुरल रेजिलियंट बैरियर बनकर हमें देखने को मिलता है. बट recently a portion of these salt pans has been earmarked for the redevelopment of Dharavi. And Dharavi, we know it is one of Asia's largest slums, है ना. तो ये जो इसका एक एरिया है धारवी की रीडेवलपमेंट के लिए ट्रांसफर किया गया. बट वी नो दैट धारवी इज वन ऑफ Asia's largest slum. So this transfer of around 256 acres of salt pan to the Maharashtra government, which in turn has leased it to Dharavi Development Private Limited, has invited lot of significant criticism from many scholars, environmentalists, and other people. Even NGOs, many NGOs are also protesting it. Why? Because salt pans in Mumbai are more than just site for salt production. They actually play सेवरल क्रिटिकल रोल. बहुत ज्यादा इसका इम्पोर्टेंस है और भी अदर रोल प्ले करता है. जैसे आपको एक चीज तो मैंने पहले ही बता दी, बाय रिटेनिंग फ्लड, okay, by retaining access of rainwater during monsoon, these lands, it prevent flooding in Mumbai, right? And we know Mumbai is quite famous for frequent rainfall and waterlogging issues, है ना. मुंबई में काफी ज्यादा हमने सुना है कि फ्लड आ जाता है बारिश के टाइम पे, एकदम फ्लड लाइक कंडीशन डेवलप हो जाती है. तो these salt pans, they provide as natural barrier against flood, and these lands are open and green, so it offers an environmental balance in a heavily urbanized city. We know that Mumbai is known as the economic capital of India, right? So इतना heavily urbanized city है मुंबई, तो वहां पर ये एक salt pan जो land है, it serves as open and green space. And these salt pans are not heavily built up or industrialized, so they remain relatively untouched ecosystems that contribute the city's overall health. अब उस पे अगर obvious सी बात है, अगर अगर डेवलपमेंट होगा तो काफी सारे चेंजेस आएंगे और सिटी की ओवरऑल हेल्थ को भी ये इम्पैक्ट कर सकता है, राइट. तो यहाँ पर जैसे मेंशन है, salt pans are among the last undeveloped parcels of land thus far protected by the Ministry of Environment and Forest under the stringent CRZ norms, right? तो यही इसमें इस पैराग्राफ में यही चीज कही गई है कि ये अनटच्ड है, अनडेवलप्ड है. तो ओवरऑल अगर इसको डेवलप किया जाएगा, ऑब्वियस सी बात है कि एनवायरनमेंट को हार्म होगा. अब यहाँ पर बात की गई है धारवी रीडेवलपमेंट प्लान. धारवी रीडेवलपमेंट प्लान, तो ये धारवी रीडेवलपमेंट प्लान क्या है? धारवी स्लम, it houses nearly million residents and it's undergoing a long planned redevelopment project. So the salt pans have been identified as potential land to build temporary transit camps and affordable housing for people who are displaced by this project, right? So central government lease the land for uh, this this 256 acres of land. It will be given to Dharavi Development Private Limited to develop the area for residential purposes. So although this project aims to improve living condition for Dharavi's residents by providing them with better housing, sanitation, and infrastructure, because we know whenever we think of a slum area, we can imagine a place where it has dingy spaces, dingy houses, uh, small spaces are there. There's issue of sanitation, and many other issues will be there. So slum से एक better residential area develop करने के लिए धारवी रीडेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट को ये सॉल्ट में ट्रांसफर किया गया था. While we know that the idea of developing Dharavi for the benefit of its residents sounds promising, but critics have voiced serious concern, especially regarding the use of environmentally sensitive salt pan lands, because they argue that these lands are essential for flood management and should not be disturbed. So, if there's a construction on them, Mumbai could lose one of its key natural protection against flood, right? And with Mumbai already struggling with overpopulation, traffic congestion, pollution, critics also fear that developing salt pan lands will further burden the city's infrastructure, and it will also damage its ecological balance. And even some political parties, although we are not going to discuss what one political party has said about this whole issue, but some also fear that valuable public land is being handed over to private entities without proper public consultation. So that is also one factor uh, that you can see, but obviously we are not going to cover about that. We are going to understand why there's a controversy. So this issue overall, what's the issue? What it highlights? It highlights a larger dilemma. How can a city like Mumbai, which faces acute housing shortages, balance urban development with environment protection? On the one hand, the Dharavi redevelopment promises to improve living standards for many people. On the other hand, protecting salt pans from construction is essential, right? So for us to understand this issue can be, viewed as a real life example of the balance between development and environmental sustainability. On one side, we know that people need homes and better living conditions. On the other, nature provides essential services like flood control. So, and that can be easily overlooked. So understood. So what we have to do is understand both perspective. It will help us realize the complexity of city planning and the importance of thoughtful, transparent decision making in balancing human needs with environmental care. Right. So that is about this article. Now, I have also included another news. It's about a scheme, PM E-Drive scheme. Students, PM E-Drive scheme, what it stands? It stands for Electric Drive Revolution in Innovative Vehicle Enhancement. Right. So the scheme was launched by Indian government to promote electric mobility across the country. Okay, इलेक्ट्रिक मोबिलिटी को इंक्रीज करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने ये स्कीम इंट्रोड्यूस करी है, एंड दिस इनिशिएटिव रिप्लेसेस द प्रीवियस फेम स्कीम. पहले हमारे पास ई मोबिलिटी के लिए फेम स्कीम थी. ई मोबिलिटी, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ई मोबिलिटी? मीनिंग the transportation that run on electricity rather than on fuels. Okay, तो फ्यूल्स जैसे डीजल और पेट्रोल की जगह इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से जो व्हीकल्स चलते हैं, उसके लिए ई मोबिलिटी के लिए काफी ज्यादा गवर्नमेंट पुश कर रही है. व्हाई? वी नो दैट इंडिया हैज मेनी सिटीज which comes under the list of category of polluted cities in the whole world, right? So that government is focusing so much, it is pushing many efforts, and many incentives are also given for increasing e-mobility in our country, and this is also one step towards the same objective, right? And this new scheme has an allocation of this much, which is not relevant for you, but yes, we need to understand few features of PM E-Drive scheme. This scheme, obviously, it will help fund nearly 2.5 million electric two-wheelers and many numbers of electric buses. So this will contribute significantly to reducing pollution and improving public transportation, right? And this new scheme basically it focuses on in reducing India's reliance on fossil fuels, cutting down on pollution, and supporting the country's climate goal. Why? Because we know that India, that 86% of uh, in 86% of oil India imports from other countries, so it increases India's import bill. And with the climate change and global warming India is facing, so we need some such kind of initiatives where we are promoting eco-friendly schemes, right? So this whole initiative, it focuses on the same thing, that India need to reduce its reliance on fossil fuels. So it is seen as a key part of India's shift toward sustainable and eco-friendly transportation. All right, students, so that's it for today. Please like, subscribe, and share. And also, if you found this video informative, share it with your friends as well. Bye bye. Have a happy learning.